2015, Paper 2, Question 5, Trigonometry. Question 5, the diagram shows the triangles BCD and ABD with some measurements given. You want to find the length of BC to correct 2 decimal places. So B to C is this line. Okay, B to C is linked to this triangle. So we want to find its length. So we imagine we have our little silly picture. You've got 42 there, you've got 110 there. You've got 16 going along this way, and we want to know this side. So in terms of this question, starting off, I can work out the angle at the bottom. So I go 110 and 42, which gives me 152. I take that away from 180, and I get that the angle at the bottom is 28 degrees. Okay, so I know that this angle is 28 degrees. I want to work out the length of this side. So in terms of the length of this side, I go, what have I got? Do I have a right angle triangle? No. So that means Pythagoras' theorem and sine, cos, and tan ratios are gone. Do I have a side and its opposite angle? So I have this side and I have this opposite angle. Okay, so I do have a side and the opposite angle, so I can use the sine rule. So I'm looking for this side, so I'm going to call it x. So I put x over the sine of its opposite angle, which is 42, is equal to the side that I know, 16, over the sine of its opposite angle, which was 110. I want x on its own, so I'm going to bring the sine 42 up. So I get 16 sine 42 divided by sine 110. I would then get the calculator out and plug it in. So I go 16, check your calculators in D, 16 times sine of 42, close your bracket, equals, divided by sine 110, close your bracket, equals. And that gives me that x is equal to 11.3931. The question wants it corrected 2 decimal places, so I look at the third decimal place. Is it a 5 or more? No, so the answer in this case is just x is equal to 11.39, and I will then fill it in on my picture, so 11.39. The next part, it asks me to find the area of the triangle BCD. So we're still dealing with this little triangle, and I want to find its area. It's not a right angle triangle, so I do not have a perpendicular height. So the formula to find the area is a half AB sine C formula. So half a side by the sine of the angle in between. So I now have this side, and the angle in between is this one, which I also found. So the area is half 16, 11.39 sine of 28. Again, get your calculator, check your calculators in the D, and then plug it in. So go to the fraction button, 1/2 times 16 times 11.39 times sine of 28, close bracket, press equals, and it gives me 42.778. Okay, in terms of the question, it wants corrected 2 decimal places. So you look at the third, it's an 8, which is bigger than 5, so you add 1 on. So in terms of this, you are getting 42.78 units. Okay, and it's meters, so it's meters squared. Last part of that question, it wants you to find AB. So AB is this length. So in terms of this length, you were dealing with that triangle. So we've got A and B across the bottom. We have 10 going up. We have 16 going up. And at the top, if you look back at your picture, we got told we have a 63, we have a 42, and we have an angle in between. these three angles make up a straight line. A straight line is 180 degrees. So you go 180, take away 63, take away your 42. So that means the angle in between them is 75 degrees. So that will be important to know for our triangle down the bottom. So this is 75 degrees. We want to know the length of A to B. So again, you go through your process. Do you have a right angle triangle? No. So that means can't do Pythagoras, can't do your sine, cos, tan. Do you have a side and its opposite angle? No. So the only option we have available here is our cosine rule. So in terms of the cosine, you have to make sure you match your sides properly. So that's our angle. So that's the side opposite it. So we are going AB squared is equal to 10 squared, 16 squared, minus 2, 10, 16, cos the angle in between, which is 75. So again, what I would do is square the bits out before I plug them all into the calculator to get an answer, just in case I make a mistake. 2 times 10 times 16 gives me 320. Okay, so then I go cos 75 equals times 320, which would be minus 82.822094, which is 356. Take that one away. So 356 take away 82.822094 gives me 273.177906. That will be equal to my AB squared. I just want AB. So I'm going to get the square root of that. So the square root of that on the calculator, square root of 273.177906 gives me the grand total of 16.528. They asked to correct to 2 decimal places, so look at the third decimal place. It is bigger than 5, so you're going to add one on. So that side I am saying is equal to 16.53 meters. Okay.